you guys have already seen the Mi Casa winner's home, the Garcia family. Well, now the work continues, and that's because today is moving day. And joining me is Helene Segura with Living Order San Antonio. And okay, so it's moving day. We've got some boxes here. We also saw a few things outside.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about all of this here.
Well, all of those items that you see outside are not coming back into the house. We had a long discussion about how we want the house to look when they move back in, and so all of those items will be for family, friends, and donations to Goodwill.
How do you know, Helene, what stays and what leaves? Well, how do you know?
Anything that is broken, stained, or torn needs to leave right away. After that, you need to think about when's the last time I've used it. If it's been more than a year, then it's probably not necessary.
Okay, and I was hearing also earlier that Carla was doing a little bit of shredding.
Yes,
so what was she doing there?
She was getting rid of some unnecessary papers. She did not need them for proof of tax deductions or proof of ownership. She determined that there's no reason to have them hanging around in boxes taking up space.
Yeah, because I know a lot of people wonder, how long should I keep these bills? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
It's up to 7 years depending on your tax situation, so you'd want to check with your tax or legal representative.
Okay, and I see right across from us over in the kitchen you put some sticky notes.
Yes, that's the plan for the kitchen, to make sure we don't have to move things around 4 or 5 times. So we set up our different zones in the kitchen, made sure that's what Carla wanted, and then we started loading up the items.
Are those just some of the tips that you give to your clients?
Yes, just a few of the tips. If they're moving out or they have to move out temporarily because of a remodel like this one, it's really important to plan and organize. Otherwise, you're just going to move back into the same situation.
How did you advise the Garcia family?
We talked about, since they're moving into an apartment, only packing up the things that they absolutely love, and so that's what was going to go into storage. And then they pretended that they were going on a week-long vacation, and so that's what they decided would go with them to the apartment to live.
Okay, so bring what you need.
Absolutely need.
Not want.
Exactly. There's a difference between need and want.
Right, right. Okay, and how do you get to the root of what is causing the clutter? Because I think a lot of people wonder, well, I know I've got a few things here and there, but how do you know that it starts to become a problem?
Carla, Jimmy, and I sat down and we had a very deep conversation with me asking a lot of why questions until we figured out how all of what used to be in here got here. And so once we figured out why that was happening, we were able to address that challenge so that way they know how to handle it from here on out.
And Living Order San Antonio, you work with a lot of people. Who are you seeing mostly?
I am seeing a lot of busy moms.
Oh, yeah.
About 90% of the clientele are moms, and the other 10% are commercial business owners and also executives.
Yeah, and I think it's important for everybody to know it's okay to ask for help, right?
Absolutely. The smartest people in the world ask for help because they know that they have challenges. They're tired of living that way, or they're tired of working that way, and so it's a good thing to ask for help.
Okay, how about a few more tips?
When you're moving out, make sure you take only the things that you absolutely need. Pack it up by room, so that way each of the rooms are ready to go. You don't have to keep taking the same box from room to room to room to room. Donate whatever you can, and just keep in mind, if you don't love it, it shouldn't come back into your new home.
Okay, good tips. All right, so once again, Living Order San Antonio, give the folks at home some information.
Sure, they can go to my website, which is livingordersa.com, and all of the contact information is there.
All right, so they can get a hold of you. Let's get organized.
Absolutely.